Paul opted to be our tour guide. He's the head of sales for BTR, has worked with us since the very beginning, and has turned into a really wonderful friend of ours. He is so sweet to our daughter Hadley. He surprised her with a toy dragon and some small BTR stickers. I was also thrilled to get stickers for Calypso, my 82 El Camino. On Steven's car, the Kraken, he has a BTR forged rotating assembly, all BTR valve train components including shaft and rockers, and a BTR intake manifold. On my car Calypso, which isn't fully running yet, we have BTR pistons and rods and a full BTR valve train. Paul's wife and kiddo joined us for part of the tour, and it was an honor to spend some time with another family who absolutely loves racing. We had the opportunity of meeting staff in both the BTR buildings. The coolest part to us was seeing not only how much everyone was like family, but how much they made us feel like family too. It was funny because right before we went inside, I asked Steven if we should leave Ruby behind, and he told me no, that BTR loved dogs. And sure enough, Ruby was living her best life in there. She got all the pets. After we stopped by to see Kelly, Tooley, and the rest of the office staff, we headed for the warehouse. Here's Ruby getting a treat. It was really cool to see how large and detailed their facility was. Kelly was telling us that for years, Brian Tooley would go to dinner every Wednesday to dream his big plans for their BTR building. And sure enough, we got a personal tour of that dreamed up building that came to life. Everyone was so busy working, and you could tell they were all in their own zone of genius, but also in sync working together. They have their systems and their flows down, and of course follow all the OSHA standards for safety. One of the many reasons we love working with BTR so much is because they have machinery that most don't have access to. The things they are able to do and what they are secretly creating behind the scenes right now is mind-blowing and absolutely going to change the game in racing. Make sure you're following their pages so that you can be one of the first to know when they go public in the ways that they've been pushing the envelope over there. It was awesome for us being able to go behind the scenes and see the team and the machines in action, but I'm sure it was probably a little awkward for the guys being filmed. So thanks guys, I appreciate you letting us crash your busy work day. I wasn't quite sure what was in this box, but all I did know for sure is that I absolutely needed it. As you guys have seen in one of our recent videos, Steven has been teaching me how to build engines, and so it was really cool to be able to see kind of the back end of how they're doing things and what they're creating. Paul did a really great job of explaining to us what each machinery was, what it did, and how it actually served the racers. I mean, look at this beauty. You can't go in there and not get a shot of this. The coolest and most meaningful part to me was just hearing their story of where they started and how they got to where they are now. The Tooley started in the basement of their home, moved to a small storage unit type building, and then built this place. They've also recently added on to this facility. By the way, you can see the home in which they started and the storage building all from their new location. And they still use the storage building to whip up projects. We carried both Hadley and Ruby through this part of the warehouse to ensure we were keeping both of them safe. Towards the end of the tour, while we were walking around, Steven stumbled upon some titanium and steel. He had fun feeling the weight difference between the two. He knew how much titanium weighed, but he was surprised when he actually felt it for himself. It was an honor to meet this mastermind who's been with Brian since the beginning. Honestly, our hearts were filled with so much joy and so much gratitude leaving this place, knowing that our daughter got to experience this. This car and its driver has taken us across the United States time and time again, and we have met some of the most amazing people and companies because of the Kraken. Working with Brian Tooley Racing and being able to represent them both on and off the track is incredible, because we know not only are we backing this company, but this company has our back. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned for Steven's Burnout in the BTR parking lot.